I got another Japanese tool to look at today. This one is from Asahi. Let's open this up and I'll show you what I got. Hey, what's up YouTube? Dan the Fix-It Man. Got another quick video here for you. Just picked up this ratchet from Japan. The part number is LVR3180. Found this by watching another YouTube video. It was actually shown on a Project Farm video with a ratchet comparison, but it caught my eye for a few different reasons. So let me open it up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. You can see that it is very unique, particularly with the handle here, kind of like a skeletal design. It's totally open on the inside, but still has the same strength of a traditional handle, and that does feel pretty comfortable in the hand. Just peel off this tag real quick and clean that up. Now, of course, the thing that caught my attention was the handle design. You can see that the center part here is hollowed out and it's made to be very lightweight. This weighs in at 178 grams, much lighter than your traditional 3/8 drive ratchet, about 40% lighter than most ratchets. Now, of course, the weight of a tool isn't always that important to me working in the garage, but if you are on the road or traveling, I mean, especially on a long trip on a motorcycle or even bicycles or whatever, every little bit of weight counts. And so if you can have a functional tool that's so much lighter, I can see where that would be a huge benefit. I know a lot of motorcycle riders will go with a 1/4" drive set because it is that much lighter, that much smaller, but that somewhat limits you maybe up to the 14mm in metric at least, or half or 5/8 in standard. But with the 3/8 drive, of course, you can go all the way up to 19 and sometimes more. And of course, there are going to be applications where you need that. Now, I also like the fact that you can tie this off. For example, if you need to tether this, if you just cannot afford to drop a tool, that will really come in handy. You know, for example, working on a high rise or up on a building, you know, you just can't afford to be dropping tools. But I was really just interested in what this looked like and how it felt, and I can tell you right now, I do like the way that it feels. It is a little thin, a little small in the hand. The actual profile here is a little narrow, and so you do feel that. But it still feels nice. It feels like it will work fine. As far as the mechanism, it's a 72 tooth. Feels pretty smooth and very little back drag. The shift lever here is easy to turn. And by the way, that is going to be opposite than what you might be used to, or at least what I was used to. This is the Japanese style where if you put it over here to the right, that's not to tighten, that's to loosen. So that's going to be counterclockwise, or if you shift it over here to the right side, that's going to be to tighten. And again, I've gotten used to that. I've been using a lot of Japanese tools lately and a few other Japanese ratchets, and so I'm getting used to that shift pattern. I do like that it is also a quick release. I'm a quick release guy. I do like to be able to just push a button and pull that off in case your hands are really dirty or greasy. Let's grab a socket and see how that looks. It fits on there just fine. Nice and snug. Not a lot of play. Comes off easily. Works exactly like you would want, so that's perfect. Now, the lighter weight is going to be probably the biggest benefit to this ratchet. Now, the mechanism is of course really smooth, but if lighter weight is what you're going for, this might be a really good option. It says the weight on this is 178 grams. I'm sure my scale is not perfect, but I just wanted to do a quick comparison between this and another ratchet some of you might have in the 3/8 drive. Okay, so this is a little off. It says 183 grams. I'm really not surprised that this scale is not totally accurate. I would actually trust their spec, the fact that they say 178, but we're within 5 grams. So let's do a comparison here with a Craftsman 3/8 drive ratchet. This is just something that I'm grabbing, thinking that some of you might have this. But that's a pretty big difference, 247 compared to the 183 that it weighed on this scale. You know, this does feel quite a bit heavier. And again, if you're on the road, it is going to matter. Mechanism's not quite as nice in this Craftsman ratchet. Probably needs a little bit of lube. I don't really use this one that often. I just figured some of you might have a 3/8 drive ratchet like this, just to give you a little bit of comparison. But yeah, quite the difference. Now, I wanted to compare this with another Japanese ratchet here. This one is the Koken 3726ZB. It's also their 3/8 drive, and it does have a flex head, but the weight on this is quite a bit more. Let me throw that on the scale for you. That's coming in at 308 grams. 308 versus this one here, 183 on this scale. I know it says 178, and I think I looked up the specs on this. It was a little different too. Just gives you a little bit more of an idea how much weight you can save. I do like the mechanism on the Koken, and it's actually pretty similar to the Asahi. This is just a little bit louder, but you really can't beat the back drag on these Koken ratchets. But it really does have a nice mechanism, and it is a whole lot lighter than your traditional ratchet, whether it be the Craftsman or this Koken. In the shop, we're not so worried about the weight of a ratchet, for example, but I guess if you're doing a lot of fasteners and whatnot, you could get some fatigue. This looks like it will spin really easily, and again, you could tether that off or take it with you on a nice long motorcycle ride. They also make a 1/2-inch version of this along with some wrenches that have a similar skeletal type of design where the middle part is cut out. They also make some really thin profile wrenches for the same reason. Now, this is not a sponsored video or anything like that. I bought this, but I bought it on Amazon Japan. Even with shipping from Japan, it actually came really quick. I think it's a pretty nice tool. I'm glad I picked it up, and if it's something you're interested in, I'll make sure to get a link in the description where you can pick this up as well. But that's pretty much it. I hope you liked the video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't mind. That does help me out. I'll get a link in the description where you can pick up this exact same Asahi Lightool ratchet as well. Thanks so much for watching, and good luck.